Welcome everybody, folks out there on the internet. We're going to have a good stream tonight, I can tell. So yeah, let's just set the scene, let's just get things going, get the energy going with a little bit of Deus Ex theme tune. It's not the theme tune actually, I don't know why I said that. Say hello in the chat if you're here, because I can't see. Hey, we got Jack in the chat. I see you, bruv. Locked in. That's what you want, that. Am I coming in loud and clear? Is the music too loud? Is the music not loud enough? What's the situation like? Because I ain't checking. We got Louis Phillips in the chat. I see you, bruv. Louis locked in. He's locked in, he's locked in, he's double locked in. That's what he is. Jack Kilmer does this. He says loud and clear. Well, that's what I like to hear. Yeah, loud and clear. What else do you need? Louis says, we're already getting into questions, folks. Louis says, will they ever retcon the Jurassic World films? Go back to just the original, or even just start from JP3. What do you reckon? Nah, I don't think they will. Well, maybe, but not for a while. I just maybe until Spielberg dies. While Spielberg's alive, we're not going to get a remake of the first film. It's like Jaws. As soon as he's fucking dead, like that's it. Remakes, the lot. It's happening. It's fucking happening. Spielberg's like, oh, no remakes, nothing. Nobody's touching my classic originals. That's what made my name. That's what put Spielberg on the map. Let's take that down. There you go. That was your musical intro. As soon as Spielberg is fucking carked it, remakes. So yeah, that's what I think. He's like the gatekeeper at the minute. Louis says he's on a break in Plymouth, seeing the granddad, only here till Monday. Shame, as I'll miss most of this stream. Oh, well, thanks for popping by anyway. Plymouth. Boats and shit like that, innit? Plymouth. That's where they all set sail from. Isn't it? Is it Plymouth? Yeah, Plymouth. That's where, like, the Mayflower and all them. I always found that funny. Like, is it the Mayflower, the first ship that landed in America, that took the colonists? They left Plymouth because it was like they wanted to leave the world behind, the old world, the harsh life that they had in back at home, back in the UK. This Plymouth place is fucking shit. We've got no opportunities, nothing going on, but we have a dream. Let's set sail and go west to the new world and stake a claim in the new world and establish our lives and manifest destiny. We'll leave old Plymouth behind because it's so shit and we just don't want to even think about anything to do with Plymouth anymore. What should we name our new colony? New Plymouth? Let's call it New Plymouth. That's going to be great. But I thought you were like trying to like put all that you escape in your old life. New Plymouth. Anyway. Jack Kilmer says, hopefully, in response to the remake stuff. Yeah. I mean, not the remake stuff, the retcon of Jurassic World films. Yeah, I mean, it's no secret that I don't really like the Jurassic World. Anything post Lost World, I can tolerate a lot of Jurassic Park 3 because it's got the right sort of vibe and the mise en scène and the all that sort of stuff. And a lot of stuff from that period works for me. Works for me. But the film is not good. Sorry, Jack, I know you like it. He's normally in Bournemouth, says Louis. It's not great. Gotten proper rough over the last few years. Yeah, welcome to UK. Everywhere's shit. My home, I'm from Teesside. It's always been bad. It's always been poverty-stricken. It's always been full of baddies and dangerous. Stab City and all that. Even within the last like 8 to 10 years, it's even fucking worse if you can imagine it. It's not the same. It's not the same sort of danger. It's not the same sort of like hazards. Anyway, just seems to be the way it's going. Right, should we put some more background? I need like a bed. Let's get a little bed going. Last time I used like ambient sounds. Could do that again. If I can find the fucking clip. We've got a beach, a quiet beach at dusk. What's this like? Nah, fuck it. Just do this. Hopefully that ain't too loud. It should just be a nice little like that. Jack Delamere says, I missed what you said, Sicky, but if you were dissing the Lost World, I'm out of here. Dissing the Lost World? Absolutely not. I said everything post Lost World. Like, I can take it or leave it, Jurassic World wise. As far as I'm concerned, there's only two fucking... There's the Spielberg things, that's about it. Having a bit of Dr. Pepper cola. Because that's what I consider like a big drink. Isn't that pathetic? I don't drink. So like having a big sugary drink with caffeine in is like, get your Saturday night started. Hey, we've got Icarus in the chat. I see you, Icarus. Locked in. Icarus is locked in, double locked in. He says, yo, sup. Sup, I don't mind if I do. I think when you say sup, that was a sip, but sup means to eat, doesn't it, in old archaic. The fuck am I on about? Anyway, thanks for tuning in, Icarus. Keep away from that, son. It's a little Greek myth joke for you there. Icarus says, to me, anything after Jurassic World is not canon. After Jurassic World, alright then. That's kind of the deal, isn't it? People can pick and choose. Pick and choose what you want. For me, I've just got the first two films and maybe a little bit of Jurassic Park 3-ness on it if I'm feeling like it. Yeah. Louis Phillips says, I hate anything post JP3. The Jurassic World films are trash, man. Fucking trash. The new ones look just as awful. Anyway, enjoy the stream. Have a good one. Well, thanks for coming by, stopping by. Yeah, out of the Jurassic World films, Dominion was my favourite purely because I was like, it had the Holy Trinity back. We got Malcolm Sattler and Grant, and basically, you know, if you do that, you've got me by the balls, basically. And I was along for it. But having said that, even just from a structural thing, I liked it better. You know what I mean? But it's you know. We've got Pterodome in the chat, locked in. I see you, bruv. He says head canon is main canon. Yeah. Yeah. The more you think about stuff, the more that it's just like, yeah, of course it is. It's like watching X-Files, and it's like. The creature of the week, monster of the week, you can just sort of go, yeah, it's fun to watch, but really it's the myth arc episodes of the X-Files. They're the real ones, you know what I mean? That's the canon, not all this fucking fluke man shit or whatever. Although that's a good episode. Pterodome says Die Hard 1, best Jurassic prequel we could ask for. Yeah. Yeah, I know you feel very strongly about that, and it does work. I could totally understand it. Holly Gennaro, and all that stuff. Die Hard 1's fucking class. Jack Delamere says, totally. JP3 is fun, but has issues. Wish they'd realigned it with JP4. Yeah, like you say, it's a laugh, isn't it? You stick it on, you have a Spinosaurus. I like the Spinosaurus. I like the island. I like the bit more stuff going on in Sauna. It's just not a good film. Sorry. Icarus says he doesn't like Jurassic World necessarily, but story-wise, I kind of see it. Yeah. I've always thought it was a bit like, I know people always wanted to see an open park, but to me it was like low-hanging fruit. It was like, hey, remember that park that never opened? Well, guess what? It's opened. Anyway. Pterodome says, Jurassic World trilogy shits all over the park trilogy. In many ways, in terms of the cohesive storylines, all that, of course. I just don't like it so much. The Cosmonaut, I see you, bruv. The Cosmonaut is in the chat and he's locked in. And he says, where's the globe? I don't know what that means. Where's the globe? Where's the globe? I don't know what that means. Forgive my ignorance. Icarus says, but the OG trilogy has a special place in my heart. Nothing beats the OG trilogy. Yeah, Jurassic World sequels are meh. Personally, Fallen Kingdom is the worst to me. I mean, yeah, it's the originals, isn't it? The originals are the best. Pretty much without exception in every case. Alien is the best one. Well, although people like Aliens. Alien, Gladiator, fucking hell. Blade Runner. I'd say the only sequel that has ever surpassed the original is probably Terminator 2, which is better than Terminator 1. And that's about it. It's all I can think of. Cosmonaut says, where's the spinning globe with the T-Rex logo that says Jurassic News? Yes, Jurassic News. We're going to get into that. I put it down at the bottom here. Jurassic News. In fact, speak of the fucking devil. Look who it is to say hello. Pat. There he is. Tyle Jennings and the man himself, the Jurassic News correspondent. We've got Matty in the chat. He's locked in. He says, Sicky, hope you well, man. No fire-breathing Rex. Yes! As if that was ever in fucking question. That's another topic. As you can see from my on the docket. Topic on the docket. Fire fucking breathing Rex. Like, it was Jurassic City all over again. People are going, oh my god, the fucking next film's called Jurassic City. And I'm like, it ain't. Use your fucking brain. It's not called Jurassic City. Do you think Steven Spielberg's going to sign off on that name? Or Gareth Edwards? Jurassic City. It's not that. It is. It is. And I was like, I'll eat my balaclava if it's called that. And people were saying, oh, Jack Delamere specifically was saying, you better get your fucking knife and fork out because you're going to be eating that balaclava. I was like, no, it's not happening. And then it wasn't. And then here they all come again. It's a fire-breathing Rex. We had about, 1,000 people in that audience. One of the attendees referenced that fire-breathing Rex. Nobody else did. I'm like, it's Variety.com. Being fucking hacky journalists. Knowing that people would see Jurassic World Rebirth, fire-breathing T-Rex. People would see that, the normies. Not us intelligent fans. The normies would see that and be like, oh my, what have they done now? These fucking Jurassic World films have gone off the deep end. Click, 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 click. And sure enough, it's not in the film. I'm like that. It's like that meme. What's that old cartoon of like of the Jesus meme where it's like they hated Jesus because he told them the truth. There's no fire-breathing T-Rex. It's not called Jurassic City. Shut up. The people say. I'm basically like Jesus. You know what I mean? I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'm sure. Matty Davis says, nah mate, I was scared. Your reassurance wasn't enough on the group chat until Variety confirmed it. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm not especially perceptive with this kind of stuff. I just think, can you imagine Steven Spielberg fire-breathing T-Rex and going, yes, go right ahead, I'll put my name on that. He wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it. Simple as that. The Cosmonaut says, movie people aren't dinosaur people. Precisely. 3 world movies taught me to never have high expectations. Yeah. Well, that's good, isn't it? That's alright. I think that's sensible. You go in low, and then you'll be impressed. You go in high, they're gonna come down. It's like a transaction, isn't it? You're going high expecting it to come down. You're gonna be disappointed, aren't you? But if you go in low, fucking fire breathing T-Rex. Right then, so yeah, Jurassic News. So I made a video just to recap the scandal, because it was a scandal. It was huge. I was alerted to the fact that there was some huge. Brace yourselves, don't get triggered. There was some YouTube drama occurring last week, and I was like, uh-oh, what is it? And it involved the man himself, Gaming Beaver, who was a fellow Northeasterner. He's from up here near me. And we've got on for years, you know what I mean? We've been talking for years. I've been trolling his chats for, his little tongue-in-cheek thing for years. He did a cameo for me in Third Time's the Harm. I was like, what's going on here? Then I watched his video. So it turns out, because I didn't know, he'd done this thing called Jurassic News. Jurassic News, where he did a weekly update on what was going on in the world of Jurassic, right? All well and good. And suddenly another Jurassic YouTuber, Swerve, has suddenly started making his own one as well. Fuck this. This is DEFCON 5 nuclear exchange level stuff for a fandom. And it was like, who copied off who? He says he's copied off me. He said he's had it for years. He said he's done this. He said it's done that. And in the middle of all this, Terradome in the chat, it was here a minute ago, posts a video saying, looky here. Posted a video from something that he'd done, and the Jurassic Cast podcast back in the day that predates it all. Jurassic News in black and white, first frame, boom, Jurassic News. They were the original. They were the progenitor, whatever you say. Just to add to the chaos. So I thought. In fact, what did I do? Oh yeah, I did that video. I did like a fake video where I was having a proper emotional breakdown. I was crying my eyes out, well, I'm sure you've seen the video. Go to my Twitter if you want, or my ex. You'll probably see it. And so there I am. I'm crying my eyes out, saying, "How can you do this?" And I wanted it to be like, you start the video, you think, "Oh fuck, he's talking about Israel, Palestine. He's talking about Ukraine, Russia. There's two sides to this conflict. You need to come together." Find a solution, a just and lasting peace, please. There's innocent kids getting caught up in the middle of this. And then I go for Swerve, just to explain the joke. He's not talking about a conflict, he's talking about YouTuber drama. Hilarity ensues. So that was what I did. But then a day later, I got this fucking idea. I was like, how funny would it be to just blindly drop a fully well-produced, slick news, Jurassic News, and it's almost played straight with blokes in suits, proper news reporters, professional news anchors, and there's graphics that's over the top, and I was like, I'm fucking doing that. I wish I'd got the idea a day earlier, because then it would have just hit right in the middle of the chaos. That would have been, and everyone would be like, what the fuck? So that's what I did. I paid some actors, professional actors. I wrote the script. I sent it to them. They sent it back. That was class. He was one of them down here. Tal Jennings. That's not his real name, I made that up. Because just the idea that someone's called Tile is very funny to me. So we made the video, we made Jurassic Updates News and Knowledge. And if you want to see that, it's on my YouTube. Give that a watch, because it's sitting pretty at 200 views at the minute. Ain't doing too well. But that's alright. So we made that video. I was howling making that. Because I was like, it's that amazing feeling where you get an idea, you put it to paper, you write it down, you submit those, you have an idea in your head of what it's going to be like, you submit it, you give it to an actor, and then a professional actor reads it back and just takes it somewhere else. It's like a fucking drug, that. It's like that collaboration. You have this bit and you go like, there you go, then the actor gets it and takes it somewhere else, and you just go, this is creation. You know what I mean? It was so funny. The main news anchor guy, Chuck Gardstrong, he just put these little spins on it, like the bit when he comes back from that tile and he's like, okay, tile. Fucking funny as fuck. But I could tell, like where I hired him from, you could see the other stuff that I'd done, and it was all like soul destroying fucking Facebook shit, or like cryptocurrency stuff. Like, hi, I'm here to tell you about Twatcoin. If you want to have a free 500 Twatcoin, go to the link in it was all stuff like that, like meme coins and shit coins and cryptocurrencies, or like, dear Karen, your daughter tells me it's your birthday today, and all that sort of shit. So I think when he got my thing, he was like he liked it. Well, I know he did, because he was like, this is really fun to do, and I'd love to see the finished product. I didn't want to send him the finished product, because I didn't, you know what I mean? I just didn't want to. But he was he enjoyed it. You could tell it was like, he could tell it was good. What can I say? We got Big Shark in the chat, locked in. Big Shark 9000, he says, sup sicky. I'm alright, I'm just talking shit as usual. I don't want to be going on for too long, but I just felt like I would have a little drop in. Big Shark, did you watch my news video? What did you think of it? Icarus says, don't worry about views, Sicky. We all know you're the ghost. Thanks. Thanks very much. I've never really bothered with views or subscribers or shit like that. I just like making stuff, getting the ideas and making it. It's the process that I like, not the end result. Sometimes the amount of stuff that I've made and just haven't even posted, I just don't care anymore. Once I've finished it, I'm like, yeah, that was fun. It's the process that I fucking love. Refining it and editing it, and then there's the finished product. Once it's done, I'm like, okay, gives a shit. Big Shark says we should talk Tron Ares. I just watched the trailer before going live because I anticipated it might be mentioned. I thought that trailer was fucking cool. I hate Jared Leto, and I don't know why they cast him. But I had no idea it was going to be like their world comes into the real world. That was fucking mint. That fucking shot of the recognizer coming around the end of the building, like, yes, the car getting cut in two, yes. 9 Inch Nails doing the soundtrack. Come on. I use 9 Inch Nails on the soundtrack of my little Third Time's the Harm as well. Fucking, you know what I mean? Big Shark says he did watch my latest video. He says the comment section was funny considering the drama. Yeah, that Spencer Smith in the chat was like, in the comments is something like, I love that this was fueled by passive. This piece of art was fueled entirely by passive aggression. I was like, it kind of was. It wasn't, because I don't, you know what I mean. I'm all right with the two lads. I'm all right with you, Gaming Beaver and Swerve, but it was basically just like, it was sort of like you got the two people going, I did Jurassic News first. Jurassic News is my thing. Jurassic News is my thing. I can't believe you copied. I can't believe you copied. And then suddenly in the middle of all this, you get this fucking Chuck Guardstrong and the other two reporters coming in like with this slick, the original Jurassic News, the inimitable. That's why I did it, because that's where the comedy was for me. Yeah. In fact, I got a little bit of a BTS here for you. There's no sound. Can you see that? This is me making some of the graphics, the little transitions that you saw. Big, massive... That's like a kind of a staple of American news, like big, massive, bombastic graphics. We don't really have that over here. Or in Europe in general, I don't think. Ours is very sort of sedated. And like, here's the facts, here's the news, stop. But in America, even like the liberal news, MSNBC and CNN and all that stuff is very fucking bombastic, and the fucking graphics are like, the news. So I wanted to get some of that in there. There's me keying out your main man Chuck. Fucking amazing. But yeah, so you got to have these little transitions where the logo comes in and out. They were fun to make. We have Tyler Jennings, who comes in and he's down here at the bottom, and he's like talking about the and Spielberg coming back for Jurassic World Rebirth 2, funny as fuck. And you had Clips. How could I forget about Clips Yingwei? You had good old Clips Yingwei who came in at the end talking about games on the computer and all that sort of stuff. Jack says he hopes this isn't the last we see of Tal and Chuck. You never know. They might come back. I just wanted it to be like a one thing. But you never know. You know, they're there, they're ready and waiting. Who knows? Could be something funny. Maybe not in this sort of format. Maybe they'll just pop up and, like, I don't know, I could put them on a TV or something in the background of another thing. I don't know. Who knows? So there you go. That was that. Let's get rid of that. Big Shark has a problem with Tron Ares. Uh-oh. The real world emerging with the grid. Cillian Murphy set up as the villain. Also no Tron. Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of an interesting concept, that you've got the real stuff and the Tron stuff coming in, or whatever the fuck. I'm not very into the Tron, I have to say. But Icarus wants to see more Tal and Chuck. Well, there you go. So do I. But it's like, how would they? You know what I mean? How can we make that happen? Let me just see if I missed any. Nah. Clips Yingwei. You can normally ask for some revisions as well if they get stuff wrong or they mispronounce stuff, but none of them did. They fucking nailed it. I was like, every single one of them nailed it. But then again, they are professional actors, so you know what I mean. I'm trying to think about if there's anything else. Any other little things that I wanted to talk about, influences. It wasn't one of my favourite things of all time is something called The Day Today, and obviously Brass Eye, and the radio show before that called On the Hour. Huge influences for me, British comedies from like the 90s, parodies of the news, things like that. It's got some infamous episodes, but again, that's basically, it's all the same stuff. It's like a parody of news, and it's all super bombastic and over the top and like absurd stuff like that. Now, and that was never, it's definitely gone into it, but it was never on my mind when I was making it until the very end, when I made, like, this corporation is called Jurassic Updates News and Knowledge, specifically so that it could have the acronym JUNK, junk news, funny, haha. And then I made this little ending graphic, and it was the junk news logo, and it spins around and all this sort of stuff. But I accidentally plopped it on the timeline, and it lined up with that music. If you watch the video, right at the end, the junk news logo does a weird flip thing right in time with the music. That was completely not by design, it just happened. And I was like, you know what that reminds me of? And the way that it went on so long, I was like, that piece of music sounds so much like somewhat from the day to day. The way that they would have a logo just sit on the screen with this massive news like dun 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 dun. I was like, that does kind of have that vibe. So I did it even without trying. It had a bit of a influence of that. So yeah, the junk network, and that's the thing that made me laugh is when Clips Ying Wei, the Chinese newsreader, she says stick with us here at JUNK News, but the N in JUNK stands for news. So stick with us here at Jurassic Updates News and Knowledge News. Makes me laugh. Big Shaq says Tron is definitely one of his favourite sci-fi movies. That's a classic, that. Even and the remake, not the remake, the sequel. Good fucking film, very good soundtrack. Did you see the Naked Gun trailer? Yeah, man. Shit. It's fucking embarrassing. I didn't like it. It feels unholy to replace Leslie Nielsen. But it maybe wouldn't have been so bad if you'd replaced Leslie Nielsen with another comedy actor, a comedian. Liam Neeson ain't a fucking comedian, and it's all over that trailer. It seems wrong to try and. I know they're not replacing him because it's his son or whatever. Because now there's Naked Gun law apparently, which even that seems anathema to Naked Gun. But I didn't like it. I didn't find it funny. Like, oh, he's a little girl and he pulls his mask off and now it's a big man. I didn't like that. The O.J. Simpson joke, I saw that coming a fucking mile off. I don't know. It's very accessible, isn't it? Like, I see, this is how my brain works, and I don't think I'm a fucking super smart comedian or whatever like that. But I see that OJ joke, like, oh, Dad, please, I'm praying at my dad. Oh, I'm praying at my dad. And then a shot of OJ, and then the guy like goes, we ain't doing that. That's pass one at the joke. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the first thing you'd come out with, like, we can't do anything to do with OJ because he's a murderer. That'd be bad, wouldn't it? That's pass one, and then you'd get around the writers' table and you'd go, right, how do we actually take that and send it and make it pass two and make it something even more fucking outside the box? But then again, it's like it's a Naked Gun film, isn't it? That you don't want it to be like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what else you could do though. It's like the core of that joke is that, isn't it inappropriate that O.J. Simpson is in this? But that was the deal when he was originally cast as well. Isn't it inappropriate that he's in this? So the second joke isn't really a joke at all, is it? In this trailer, it's like, yeah, we know it's inappropriate that he's in it. That's the whole point. So when you go, we ain't doing this, it's like you did do it and did it better. So, what all the little gags were there in that? Fuck it. But Leslie Nielsen is like unbeatable, and I don't think Liam Neeson's quite got the comedy chops. Has Liam Neeson ever done anything funny? Like, other than that interview where he does a Chinese accent, which is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I won't repeat or do an impersonation, but it's fucking funny. Has he been in comedies or anything like that? Liam Neeson. But yeah, Google Liam Neeson racist accent or something like that. It's not racist because accents aren't racist, is my opinion. It might be culturally insensitive, but it ain't racist. Because there's a white guy that was born in South Korea and he's got an accent like you would imagine in English, and he's not. You know what I mean? So, but it is funny to see Liam Neeson do it without any slight thought that this could be taken wrong. It's quite funny, to be honest. He's telling a story about when he was in Tokyo and there was an earthquake, and he's like, "Fucking hell, there's an earthquake!" And then the cleaning lady comes down this Japanese cleaning lady comes down the corridor and says something to him, but he does her accent and does an eye thing as well. Very funny. So get that watched. But other than that, I don't think Liam Neeson's very funny. Liam's been in comedy, has he? All I can think of is Taken and Krull. Krull's pretty funny. Icarus says, do you think the JP3 Spano will appear in Rebirth? Seeing how Rex looks like the OG Rex is in the trailer, Spano model will look good. I bet if it appeared in Fallen Kingdom, they would have butchered it. Do you think JP3 Spano will appear? I don't think it will. I'd be surprised. I'd like it to, but I think what we're seeing in the trailers is what we're getting. Those weird ones. Oh, Liam Neeson's in Anchorman. Yeah, of course he is. But is that funny? I don't know. I've just realised I haven't posted a link anywhere. So I'm just going to quickly post a little link on my Twitter. Talk amongst yourselves. I've fucking covered every topic now. I haven't really. Share. Copy link. I'm pretty sure Twitter does that thing still where if you have a link in it, any kind of link doesn't it doesn't, the algorithm just fucking takes a shit on it because it doesn't want you to leave. Why would it ever want you to leave the X app or the X website? So anything with a link in it just doesn't get shown to any cunt. Yeah, fuck it. Like my own fucking tweet, don't mind if I do. Right, there we go. The link's out. If you're on Twitter, go and like that and give it a, you know what I mean. Whatever. Yeah, so. Some new stuff from Jurassic Rebirth literally just hit as I clicked live. Some weird making of behind the scenes thing that they're just putting out as a thing. Looks like they're in some kind of gas station. Why there's a fully functioning gas station with snacks on a secret laboratory island, I don't know. It's a bit, I suppose it's like the worker village, isn't it? They have to live somewhere. They have to have some kind of, well, I guess they've got cars and shit, haven't they? Thing is, if you've got a super secret dino facility, would you not just have everything in walking distance, like what they have in the Lost World? Just give them all fucking bikes or electric shuttles or something. I don't know. Val Kilmer died. Yeah, that's pretty shitty, isn't it? I mean, you gotta like Val Kilmer. He was a pretty intense guy, wasn't he? Some of his roles. Offset, he sounds like he might have had a few little... he might have had some trouble. But I kind of like that about him. Like, I remember there's a story about when they filmed that awful fucking film. That awful adaptation of The Island of Dr. Moreau, which if you read about the production of that film, it's one of the most infamous. Marlon Brando is like £600 for beats. And like doing all these weird improvisations and all this sort of stuff. And like Val's like, fucking hell, Marlon. But there's a story from the scenes making of that film where he put a fag out on a crew member, Val. He was like, they just put it out on him because he was frustrated, and the crew member like wanted to sue him and stuff. I don't know how it got settled, but like he can be pretty difficult to work with, supposedly. Then there's the other story. I just saw this the other day, where they were filming something in a jungle somewhere. It wasn't this film, I don't think. Maybe it was. I wouldn't be surprised. But like a runner on the set found like a weird iridescent locust, funnily enough, Jurassic World. He found this really beautiful iridescent locust, big fucker, and he was like bringing it to the crew, said, look at this to the director, look how beautiful this is. Like, whoa, look at that, look, it's shiny in the light. And then this fucking hand comes in, grabs it, it's fucking Val Kilmer, and he eats it. He just eats the fucking exotic locust in front of the whole crew and the director, and this guy's like, just like that, and everyone was just like, you alright, Val? And that was it. you got to respect some, like, you know what I mean, like, it's fucking mad as hell, but I kind of like that. That's kind of funny. That's what legends are made of. They do shit like this. So yeah. But yeah, his voice was fucked, wasn't it? Like, he couldn't. Well, I won't. Yeah, it's not polite to do an impression, but he was pretty fucked. Nice that he came back for Top Gun. That was a nice little bow, wasn't it? Put a little bow tie up on his career, and he has a funeral in the film. It's like cathartic for everyone, I think. So that was nice. Yeah. The Island of Dr. Moreau, everyone was in hell. Yeah, it's insane. There's a documentary about it. And if there's a documentary about how terrible the making of a film was, you know it was fucking bad. It's amazing. Val actually had a quiet life and got into art. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's like a theory about a lot of these people, isn't it? Like, yeah, they seem pretty fucking wild and wacky, and on like the persona that they put out, but the quiet life, they're actually pretty fucking boring people. I mean, look at me. If I ain't like this all the time, you know what I mean? This isn't me. A normal me, you'd be like, who the fuck? You wouldn't, you know what I mean? And that's how I like it. But anyway. Yeah. Val Kilmer. Trying to think of Val Kilmer films, like my favourite Val Kilmer film. Oh, is that ended? Probably, probably fucking Tombstone, I suppose. Let's list off some Val Kilmer films, and I can say, do I like them, do I not? I mean, I like probably most of them, but which are the ones that I really like? I'm not a big fan of Batman, so get that out of your head straight away. Battling throat cancer for 15 years. It's a shitty one, that as well, isn't it? Ghost in the Darkness, Batman, Willow, Heat. It's Heat. There you go. That's my favourite one. Heat. The Saint, Red Dawn. Yeah, that's another good one. But Heat. That's like the top of the fucking top of the list. Icarus says my favourite one of his that he did in Africa about lions. That's Ghost in the Darkness, innit? Prince of Egypt. All right. The cartoon, take it. Yeah, he was you know, he was one of the greats. One of the greats. I mean, that's what they say, isn't it? Like, the next 10 years is going to be fucking brutal for, like, the legends dying. Like, we're at the point now where this is it. They're going to start dropping like flies. They already are. There ain't many of them left, really. You got your Brad Pitts, you got your Tom Cruises, Stallone, Schwarzenegger. They'll be dead within a year. Nah, I hope not. Arnie can't die. He's indestructible. This fucking Arnie. Fucking Pacino. Pacino's still going. And he's also in Heat. Hoo-ha! Hoo-ha! Great ass! He's like that, isn't he? Sorry if I blew out your fucking eardrums there. Because she's got a great ass! Hoo-ha! Ever see First Sight? Nah. Heat is an amazing film. And he's making... Michael Mann's coming back for Heat 2, which I think is going to be shite. But I'll watch it. And I bet he dedicates it to Val. Val is blind in that one. The film's called First Sight and he's blind. I love Hollywood. Should have called it No Sight. Based on a true story. We've got Alex back in the chat. I see you, bruv. Locked in. He says, did you watch The Offer? The Offer? What's that? Is that one of Val Kilmer's films or is that something else? The Offer. I'll look it up. They just tell me, in fact. Big Jack says, well, no, it's because he gets his sight back. So he's blind and he gets his sight back. Based on a true story, that's cool. What is The Offer, Alex Spark? I'm gonna make him another he can't refuse. Marlon Brando. We're doing impressions tonight. The Offer is a Paramount Plus true story series based on the troublesome filmmaking of The Godfather. Well, my brain must have fucking knew it on some level because I did. Troublesome filmmaking of The Godfather. Oh, right. No, I haven't seen that, but that sounds cool. I love those The Godfather films. Even the third one. I like the third one. As soon as I hear that little melody, I'm like, my brain goes, you need to watch those films. And the first fucking shot, the fading from black, the shadow, inky blackness. I believe in America. I believe in America. Yes! Peak, Alex Spark says peak, yeah. I wasn't aware that it was a troublesome production, to be honest. But it didn't surprise me. I mean, it was the 70s, wasn't it? Shit was kicking off. And then it's got the bit when it's like, I believe in America. You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding and you ask me to do this for you? That I cannot do. Yeah. So you might want to think about leaving my office. Did you watch Coppola's new movie Megalopolis? No, I haven't seen it yet. But by all accounts, it is dog shit. And that gets me excited. Because I'll probably like it. I knew it was you, Fredo. You broke my heart. I might watch them tomorrow at some point. Fucking class. That is Sunday TV, Sunday movie viewing. That all fucking 3 Godfathers. Ooh, that wasn't Ezekiel. Don't clip that. You should. I enjoyed it for what it was. Yeah, no, I am interested in it. I think it's one of those stupid fucking things where if it came out and everyone said it was amazing, classic, Coppola's back on top, I'd be like, all right, nice, I'll see that. But when everyone says this is the worst film ever made, oh my god, this is a fucking abomination, I'm like more interested in it. Because how does someone who made Godfather and Apocalypse Now drop a stinker? That's always worth watching, innit? It's like 1941. Spielberg did 1941. You need to watch it because it's one of his worst. It's like it's as important to watch for film history as his greatest hits. I'm gonna make him another couple of films. I like the guy. Who's the guy called in Godfather 2 when it goes back to young Vito Corleone in the white suit, Faganucci, something like that. And he walks around. He's like this, walking down the market like he fucking owns the place because he's the boss, he's the street boss, and all the fucking peasants are like, know who he is, and they're like, here, have one of my oranges on the house, and he's like doing that with his hand. I love that gesture. It's like I can't explain what it is, but it's class. He sold his winery to make Megalopolis. I don't think that was worth it. They all have wineries, don't they, and vineyards. Ridley Scott's got a vineyard and winery as well. I believe in America. I don't have Paramount Plus, so I probably won't watch that unless it's pirated. I pirate it or something. Alex Spark says, did he miss the news? What news? No, it's in quotes because I was talking about that was so terrible and scandalous. No, I was just taking the piss. It was about the YouTuber drama about Gaming Beaver and Swerve getting into fisticuffs, digital fisticuffs over the Jurassic news. I had it first. No, you copied off me. No, you copied off me. So that's why I made my video Jurassic News and Knowledge. As a little shot across the bow. I was just like, look at this, boom, just as a joke. That's all that was. But the actual news, if you want some actual topical Jurassic Park news, is that mere minutes ago, some leaked video hit the internet showcasing, well, it wasn't leaked because it was shown officially, but hasn't yet been released online. Like behind the scenes of Rebirth, and they're all there in the gas station cowering the family. It's like, oh, gas station on the secret island. What's that about? It could be cool. And it is confirmed that the weird science fiction suit, please don't burp on stream, is Scarlett Johansson is in the suit. So it seems to suggest, well, it doesn't, it confirms that ain't old 1990s stuff. It's modern day. So what is going on that island? It's an abandoned island that no one can get to, but yet there's these modern facilities that have been We'll find out, won't we? Big Shaq's talking about co-places. I think he thought it was worth it at the age he's at. Good, he's still passionate about something. Oh, absolutely. He's like one of the best. But he made that film, what's it called? Jack, with Robin Williams as the kid that's like in a man's body. So he's already had some fucking, you know what I mean? He's made some crap. Although that film's kind of got heart to it. I love the bit Chibi gaming beef included of you to tell them to sort it out. Yes. Yeah, that was funny, that one. I'm glad they both got like what I was doing. They knew that I was just trying to bring a bit of levity to it, have a little bit of a laugh. Swerve said he might use it as well in something like that clip, so that'd be funny if he does it as well. Although Beavis took his video down now. He made Twixt. Yeah, that was his previous film to this one was Twixt with fucking Elle Fanning. Which all you need to do is look at the poster for that, and it looks like a student film. It's terrible stuff. And he made Godfather and Apocalypse Now. How does that happen? Alex Sparks said they recently watched Alien Romulus, and I loved it. Oh, I love it, yeah. I was blown away by that. I was expecting it to be rubbish, but it really like struck me. I liked it. I liked what it had to say. I know people say, oh, it's all fucking fan service. Yeah, fuck off. Good. I like that. It does it, and it does it well. The only thing I don't like is that they've said that it was Ripley's in the background in her space shuttle, which just is neither here nor there, as far as I'm concerned. Like, who gives a shit? But I like the cast. I loved Andy, David Johnson, BAFTA winner. I hope he comes back for this. I hope they all come back for the second one. Well, the last Kaylee and the other one. I just like the attention to detail. I like the sets. I like the vibe. All of it. I've talked about it before. There's a stream on here I think called Romulus. My last stream that I did a month ago, whenever it was, I go pretty in depth on it. I just loved it. I loved everything about it, except from that Ripley bit. Romulus 2, yeah. I think it's just going to follow them. It's going to start with them on Yvaga 2 or whatever it is, Yvaga. And she'll be like, "Oh yeah, no, he's not a real android. He's just spare parts because he's dead, isn't he? He's got no consciousness. She's took it out of him. He's just a dead body." She's like, "Yeah, I'm just junking it." So she'll get access because he's technically not alive. He's not a functioning android, synthetic. And then she'll get in there. She'll establish herself on the thing. She'll get a job or some shit, and she'll repair Andy. Meanwhile, she thinks she's scot-free, but don't forget, Rook sent a message to the company saying what he's done and who's got the thing, who's got the vial with the pathogen in it. So they're going to be looking for her. They know what ship it is and where it went. So, you know what I mean? That'll be cool. And those vials, as far as we know, she's still got the vials of the black goo. So, where's that going to go? You know, the potentials for new monsters and shit like that, and mutations and things. Yvaga could be fucking turned into shit, you know what I mean? It's got to be called Alien Remus. Yeah, I said that on Twitter. I was like, would it be lame or really cool if it was called Remus? Because the space station is destroyed, but it's like, who cares? You know what I mean? It's like Remus, you know. It's about the siblinghood, isn't it? Which is like Andy and Rain are siblings and all that dynamic. Icarus says Romulus is right there at the top. They should learn from it in Jurassic. Yeah, I hope they have, but I think Rebirth was probably too far. Well, no, because no, it wasn't. They could have learned some lessons from it. That fucking secret dinosaur lab looks like they just lifted the fucking sets from Romulus, which I don't think is what they should have done, because it don't look right. Romulus and Remus. With Romulus, it really did feel like I was watching an alien film. Yeah. To me, it was like watching an alien isolation film. There was so much isolation love in that film. It was class. Just the feel of the space station, all the little Easter eggs, the save station. It even referenced like the comics and stuff. Like there's a poster in in that elevator thing that they're in, that lift. For I can't remember now. One of the planets that's in the comics. Nice. Like he did his research. He did his research. Alex Bark says, missed opportunity to potentially have monster rats. But maybe they would have been pointless to have in an alien movie with Xenos and Huggers. Yeah. I don't know about that. Because it would have been, like you say, it would have been like, well, we've got the facehuggers to sort of fulfill that purpose, haven't we? But it was cool to see that that one that in the lab that was like mutated. How they didn't notice it when they went into the lab, because if you watch the shot at the start of that scene, the lad walks like literally past it looking at that table, and you can see the leg of the thing in the corner. It's like he hasn't commented on that. But never mind. Isolation love, but it's just set dressing. I personally wanted a little more time on the station. Everything is done so fast. I think it feels alright, Pearson wise. I mean, I would have had more, don't get me wrong, I love that station. You can go through that film and like the geography is perfect. I said this in my other stream. Like you can they really put effort into designing the structure and making sure it's like contiguous and it all works, as an American would say, contiguous. Like each corridor, you can see it in this shot. Well, guess what? An hour and a half later, there's another shot of the space station. You can see where the walk down steps and stuff like that, like the reverse shots where you can see like outside the ship of a corridor, and you can see little flashlights in it as they're walking along, lighting it up. It's like that is so small, and then it cuts inside, and there they are with the flashlights. I love stuff like that. Like the geography, you really feel like it's all one big fucking thing. And the shot when the big the Corbellin crash lands into one of the docks, I don't know what it's called, hangars, and it smashes the window and the airlock triggers and all that. But when the doors are closing like that, and you see all the oxygen going, if you look through and up, you can see a corridor at the back, like with windows. Later in the film, that's the exact same corridor that Andy's looking out of, and you see his eye line through it. It's like, yes, like they didn't have to do that. But they've obviously got like a really good 3D model with every detail on it, and just it's good stuff, man. I like it. Needed more interesting characters because Andy and Rook are the ones I cared about. I liked all the characters, even like the annoying ones, like the Bjorn. I liked him. He felt like a real annoying little prick. No complaints from me. What can I say? Crew and whatever her name was, I couldn't be bothered with them. I mean, they don't have much to do, but they all have like, well, no, they do, because Navarro, the Chinese lass, she gets chest bursted. She flies the ship. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's like there's just one or two little things that they could have taken out or changed, or like the line that "get away from her, you bitch." I don't like that very much. the odd little thing. But I can't complain, man. I fucking thoroughly enjoyed that. Saw it in IMAX. It was amazing. I really like the sound as well. It's fucking amazing. Like I love that. Like when they take off in the ship, they leave the atmosphere in the Corbellon. The sound is like fucking class. And then she pulls the fucking accelerating vertical. She pulls this fucking thing, and the ship just goes like that. And it's like a scream. Amazing. And when they put the finger, when Andy puts his finger in the little lock, it uses the alien sound effect from the original film. Class. That's what was missing in the World movies. They didn't feel in any way Jurassic to me. Maybe some moments and sequences in the first Jurassic World, they're just too Marvel-y to me. Yeah, that's what I kind of feel like. They have a weird sheen to them. They have a weird gloss. They have a weird lightness. I can't place it. They have their exceptions in certain scenes. Each film has some scenes that I fucking think are mint. Like I like seeing the visitor centre in the first film. I like a lot of stuff in the second film. And again, the third film, Dominion's my favourite one of the three. Not much in it, but I like the third one. There's a lot of cool stuff in there as well. Just generally, I can take them or leave them, you know what I mean? But then the more I've thought about it over the years, it's like, what a really good Jurassic sequel. What would that be? Well, they've made it. It was The Lost World. So I don't, you know what I mean? The more I go over it, it's like, you only can really... There should have only been one film, really. That's the idea done, as far as I'm concerned. I brought dinosaurs back. Chaos ensues. It's gone wrong. This was a mistake. That's all you need. That's it. That's the story done. Everything else is just like... Just kind of like playing catch-up in it. It's like, yeah, look, we've done it again. Oh, shit. Hey, we've done it again. Oh, shit. It won't go wrong this time. Oh, shit. You know what I mean? I don't know. Modern humour. Yeah. Alex Bark wants to throw a guess out about how a Rex is going to breathe fire, but I want to hear your thoughts on that first. Yeah, well, it sounds like there's just a scene with fire in it. So there'll probably be a big fire going on behind it, and then it'll just go like that. It'll be like you'll see behind its mouth fire. They do say Rex though in that article, so I don't think it is. I think it is the classic T-Rex or one of them. I don't think it's the D-Rex, the Defectus Rex or whatever, because they wouldn't have said that. I don't think they wouldn't have said a fire-breathing T-Rex or Rex if it was the mutant. They would have said the fire-breathing whatever the fuck. So it's probably going to be the normal T-Rex. Logically, you know, I don't know, it must just have fire behind it. It'd be lame, it'd be very fucking lame if they just did a repeat of the Giganotosaurus thing, but I don't know. I don't know. You think it could be a Rex eating a person holding a flare, and we see the flare in its mouth? That'd probably work, but I don't know. A flare's not really like... It's not particularly... It'd just be bright and red, wouldn't it? It wouldn't necessarily be like a proper flame, but who's to say? It'd be pretty funny, because every time you pull the flare out, it's like a safety net, isn't it? Like, uh-oh, flare, throw it. Get rid of the flare! Get rid of the flare! Maybe someone finally doesn't get rid of the flare. I said in my last stream as well, I don't know if I like seeing flares every Jurassic Park film. I don't think we needed to do it more than once. It was a cool little... visual motif, and I'm like, oh, get rid of the flare, great. But they've done it in every fucking film, other than... As far as I can remember, it doesn't happen in The Lost World, because Spielberg knew it was just a bit... It was just like a... I don't know. I don't know. Feels like a Marvel dino movie as opposed to Jurassic Park. I understand. I get that. I think there's a percentage of fans that feel that way, and I've just kind of, we're still going along with the world stuff because it's kind of a laugh, but we're somewhat distanced from it. Sound was great, music, set pieces. This is Romulus. Just hardly any story outside of caring about characters wanting to leave the mining planet. Pathogen, just a MacGuffin, which will either get results or have none. Yeah, that's fair. But I fucking loved it. If it's really a fire-breathing Rex, I'ma leave the theatre. No, it's not. It's confirmed. Confirmed that they were just talking shit to get clicks. It must be some kind of fire-adjacent thing. The T-Rex is in front of fire, or it eats someone holding a flare, or... I don't fucking know. It used flashlights instead of flares, yeah. Yeah, there's no flares in Lost World, is there? That's the only film that doesn't feature flares. Jurassic Park 3, it's a flare gun. And it's not used... It's not used as a weapon, it's literally... Well, I mean, it is used as a weapon. It's not used as a distraction or a attack. T-Rex attack mode, is it? Alex Sparks loves the Dominion soundtrack. It has really good composition. Bombardier beat. That's not fire though, is it? It's like acid, chemicals and shit. That's how they could pull off a flaming Rex. Yeah, it has to like, it squirts fucking corrosive acid out its ass. I didn't believe the rumour when it came out. Sounds too outrageous. Yeah, well, it was just fucking... It was obvious that they were just wording it in a way to elicit clicks, to get people to go, oh my god, this sounds fucking mad. I need to read this. These films have got so silly. And they kind of have, but I knew that wasn't. You know what I mean? It's clickbait, that's what it was. Fallen Kingdom. Fallen Kingdom doesn't have a flare anywhere in it. Doesn't it? Doesn't she throw a flare at the Apatosaurus, though? She gets on the back of the thing, or is that Dominion? I can't fucking remember. Dominion uses one for the Apatosaurus, because she gets on the back of the digger and like goes, "Here, follow me." Which, does it work for all dinosaurs now? Not just T-Rexes, I guess. Jurassic World, she uses it to make the Indominus get attacked by the T-Rex. I could have sworn they did it in Fallen Kingdom. Anyway, it just became too cute, you know what I mean? Like, hey, we've got and sure enough, one of the first publicity stills for Rebirth is flares, flare action. So yeah, we fucking know. Do we have to do this every film? I don't know. So yeah, there we go, Rebirth. Still as I was on it before, really, just sort of like, some things look kind of alright, some other stuff sounds daft. But we'll see. Imagine if Claire used a golf cart instead of running on foot to live with a Rex. That'd be funny, like Johnny Knoxville, Jackass going over the bump, and that'd be funny. There's something funny about golf carts, the way they move when they're like. Michael Giacchino's best track, in my opinion, was the Indo Rex theme. Other than that, I didn't like his work, honestly. Can't remember how themes sounded in Dominion. Don Davis did amazing in my opinion. Yeah. I can't recall much of Michael G's work. I know people like it and said it was good, but the Indo-Rex theme, I do remember that. It was very like classic horror sort of vibe on it, so that was cool. No, that was the Indoraptor, or whatever the fuck. Dominion uses a flare gun too. Alright, Dinosaur Man. Dinosaur Man's in the chat. I see you, bro. Easy. Dominion uses a flare gun too. It's like poetry. Dominion uses a flare gun. I know she uses one for the Apato, but I don't know. It's just it's pretty inoffensive, but it becomes one of those things where they become over reliant on the old like stuff from the old films. It's like, hey, look, remember flares? Like impact tremors. Yeah, you've just got to be smart about it. You know what I mean? You've just got to be smart about it. Like, you have to reinvent the wheel. You can't just have a glass with impact tremors in it or a puddle with impact tremors in it. Do something fucking wacky with it. Do something like really creative with it that makes you go, oh, I know what's coming. You know what I mean? I'd be surprised if we see impact tremors in this fucking film. The next one, I suspect that the first time we see the T-Rex is what is in the trailer when it's at the river. So it just is there. It wakes up. It ain't going to be stamping, is it? The D-Rex could be impact tremors from the D-Rex. Fuck knows. Alright, see you later, Big Shark. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the input. Have a good night, or whatever it is where you are. Dinosaur Man says he says it's very memorable. No character uses one on the Apato. It's a random construction worker on a truck. Well, there we go. Big Shark's going to be talking Tron Ares later on in the chat, in the Discord. Yeah. Like I say, I think it was a well constructed trailer. I'm not too into the Tron stuff, but it looked kind of interesting to me. I liked seeing that cop car get bisected by the glowing trail. That was fucking cool. I've always liked that sort of stuff. Anything where you see something get cleanly split in half or stuff like that, that's cool. You see it a lot in anime. No character uses, yeah. It's just interesting to see how Wish films have used flares, you know what I mean? No flares in Lost World. Lost World and Fallen Kingdom are the only two Jurassic films that don't use flares of any kind. That's funny, because they're quite similar films, aren't they? Who gives a fuck? But you got your flares, you got your impact tremors. What other like things like that are there in the Jurassic DNA that they use a lot? I don't know. Be cool to see a raptor open a door again. We haven't seen that, have we, as far as I'm aware, in any other films? If we're watching Jurassic Park Rebirth and we see a door handle turn, it should be a key combination. Like you see a close up of a numerical lock with like buttons, key buttons, and it's like you hear the classic score from the first film there. Oh, and then it's like a big fucking claw. Beep boop beep boop boop. Dinosaur Man says, I can't believe you're profiteering from this sickie. Think of the innocents. Eh? What do you mean? I like that JP3 Grant kick to terror, and we see in the trailer Rebirth brought that back. Yeah, that's cool. Alan Grant has kicked a whole slate of dinosaurs. He kicks a velociraptor in the head in the first film. He kicks a pteranodon in the head in Jurassic Park 3. And I believe, because I said this at the time, a lot of us did, we were like, he needs to kick a T-Rex in the head in Dominion. He needs to kick a fucking T-Rex in the head. He doesn't. But I think he kicks... Does he kick a Dimetrodon? Oh, is that... He kicks something in Dominion, I'm sure he does. That I could take. I could take Grant kicking every fucking dinosaur that comes across him in the head. Flares? No. Grant kicking dinosaurs? Yes. Stocks are up on Grant kicking dinosaurs. Stocks are down on flares. Have you seen those accurate raptor clips of Jurassic Park? Amazing stuff. Yeah, it's technically impressive, but it doesn't do it. It doesn't work for me. I don't care. I don't like feathered. Like you say, it's impressive work, but it doesn't look as cool as the originals. Black feathers. Damn, they were good. Yeah, feathered dinos, man. I don't know if I fuck with it. Unless it's like a new species, like the Pyroraptor, which I didn't like as a character, not as a design. That in the prologue, that feathered thing, that looked fucking cool. I thought that was some of the fucking best dinosaur stuff we've ever seen in these films. The animation on it when it's trying to eat the egg in the prologue of Dominion. It's eating the egg in the cave and it hears a noise in it. It does a weird like it's startled. It gets startled, and it's really nice animation on that. But yeah, other than that, I don't want to see a feathered T-Rex. I don't want to see a feathered raptor. They're established characters already, as far as I'm concerned. Is there anything feathered in this new film other than the Quetzalcoatlus or whatever? I don't think there is. How long we've been on for now? Right, an hour 20 minutes. I might call it there, everyone, because I've got other stuff I want to do before I go to bed. And I can't think of any other topics. We've talked about our Jurassic News scandal drama that occurred. We talked about my little videos in response. We talked about the fire-breathing Rex non-entity because it ain't happening. We talked about some films and shit. That's good, innit? That's a lot to go there. Alright, take care, Sicky T. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Thanks for the comments, thanks for the debates, the discussions. Rest in peace, Val Kilmer. And this stream's dedicated to you. I've had a nice time tonight. I hope you have as well. We've been locked in. We've been taking it easy on the internet. It's been a great show. It's been a success. It's been a great time had by all. We've got Tal Jennings in the corner giving us a little thing. We've had the 1998 video camera going. We started off with a fucking mint fucking Deus Ex electronic track to get us fucking pumped. We've had our Dr. Pepper. I won't be sleeping tonight. We've talked about everything we needed to talk about, and I am calling it there. I wore my beret because I was in a paramilitary mood. Yeah, I am it's the CKT paramilitary. It's ultra special. That's it. We fucking done it. Done and dusted. And with that, we're going to call it there. Thanks for watching, everyone. We covered everything that we needed to cover. Right, see you later.